When the first stranger became us, imagine standing at the edge of a vast plain 40,000 years ago. The air is cold. The world feels endless. Somewhere in the distance, you see smoke rising, but it's not your fire. It belongs to someone else. A stranger. And in that moment, one quiet question shapes the future of humankind. Do you approach, or do you run? Ancient history often sounds like dates, tools, and ruins. But at its core, it is a story of meetings between people who had never seen one another before. Long before borders, flags, or nations, humans were already deciding who belonged and who did not. Early humans did not live in isolation. Archaeology shows that distant groups exchanged obsidian, shells, and pigments across hundreds of miles. These weren't just objects. They were messages. Proof that trust could travel farther than fear. Somewhere along those routes, hands met, stories were shared, and alliances were formed, without a common language, without laws, without guarantees. Consider this. Every human alive today descends from people who chose connection often enough to survive. Groups that refused all outsiders vanished. The ones who adapted, traded, and learned from strangers endured. Cooperation was not a moral ideal. It was a survival strategy. And yet, those encounters were risky. Ancient DNA reveals moments when different human species, Homo sapiens, Neanderthals, Denisovans, crossed paths. Sometimes they competed. Sometimes they interbred. Sometimes they learned from each other. The result is written in our bodies today. You carry fragments of those ancient meetings in your genes. Silent witnesses to choices made tens of thousands of years ago. History textbooks rarely pause on these moments because they leave no monuments. No stone inscriptions say, "Today, we trusted the unknown." But these were turning points just as powerful as any battle or empire. Even agriculture, often described as a technological revolution, was deeply human. Farming required neighbors, shared calendars, shared risk. If the harvest failed, survival depended on whether someone else had enough grain, and enough compassion, to share it. When we look at ancient history this way, it stops feeling distant. The fears feel familiar. The hopes feel recognizable. The question remains the same. How do we live together? Every time you meet someone different from you, you echo that first encounter on the plain. The fire is still burning. The smoke is still rising. And history, quietly, is still being written.